Hello, Elite Mentors. This is Becky Edwards, one of your coaches. Have you ever had an experience where someone showed a high level of integrity? Recently, my husband and sons were at a restaurant, and my teenage son ordered a steak, and then he found a fly underneath the steak. That's kind of gross, right? And you know what? The server and the manager went above and beyond duty to make things right for my family. They brought my son a fresh new plate of food. They gave us a free dessert. They asked if there was anything else they could do to make things right. And that was a really cool experience to see how high a level of integrity this restaurant had. And it really made me trust them and think, I want to give them my business again. You know, integrity matters. When we keep our word to ourselves and to God and to other people, it creates this chain reaction going up. When we don't keep our word, it can create a chain reaction going down, right? Where people don't trust us. They don't trust what we say we'll do. They don't want to give us their business. They don't want to follow our leadership or our influence. But when we do have integrity and we do follow through with what we say we'll do, they do trust us. They want to give us their business, and they want to follow us as a leader. And you know, when we're not perfect. There is nobody on this planet right now who keeps their word every single time. It's not really realistic, right? But what's so cool is there is a way to honor your word even if you don't keep your word every time. So here's an example. Yesterday I made a commitment to a group of people that I would do something that day before I went to bed. So last night we had some unexpected company stop by, and I got really tired. I've been getting up really early lately, and my brain was so tired I couldn't think straight to do this particular commitment that I said I would do. So I had two choices. I could slide and hide, which is kind of like, oh, I'm embarrassed, I'm ashamed, I feel guilty, I don't want to face those people, I just won't talk to them. Which sometimes we're tempted to do that, like in the Elite program. Maybe we didn't get our video done, or we didn't show up on the Power Partner call, or whatever, and it can be tempting to slide and hide. Don't do that. Don't do that. Instead, what I did is I showed up and I cleaned up. So I Facebook messaged this group of people, and I said, you know what? I was not able to keep my commitment, but I will do my best to do it by this other time. And, you know, I was able to keep my integrity because I honored my word. I couldn't keep my word, but I honored my word. And then therefore I kept my integrity. Isn't that cool? So I want you to think about that as you're in this Elite experience. I want you to honor your word. Do your best to keep your word, but if you can't, then honor it. Don't give into the temptation to slide and hide, but instead, I want you to show up and clean up when you couldn't keep your commitment. So here is a little personal story that happened to me recently. Over the last several months, I was in a very intense time in my life. I was in several different training programs. I was coaching, I was mentoring, I was presenting. I was just like, going like crazy, and which meant some details of my life didn't get finished. And when we got back from a family vacation and I started to kind of sort through the details of my life and realize, whoa, I forgot this and I forgot that. Oh my gosh, like I forgot to pay my hairdresser. Oh, and I forgot the checkbook, and I said, I'll run home and get it and bring it right back. Well, I got distracted and I forgot. And that doesn't feel good to forget to pay your hairdresser. Another thing was I forgot to mail out some little prizes for some students in my classes that I had promised them some prizes, and they had just gotten buried in a pile of papers because I was so busy. And another one was I'd forgotten to pass along some gift cards for a foster family that we were helping. I brought some hand-me-downs, and I forgot to pass along the gift cards that somebody had asked me to. And you know what I notice is that when you have unkept commitments, it drains your energy. It feels a little bit like a gray cloud around you. It kind of messes with your energy and your thinking and your confidence and your motivation. It's easy and tempting to slide and hide. But I made a commitment that day that instead of sliding and hiding, I was going to own up and clean up. So I actually got most of them done in one day because I really wanted to finish those unfinished commitments. And look what happened. The sun came out and it felt so good. It was a definite shift in my energy. A boost of energy came to me from just taking care of those unfinished things. So here's what I invite you to do. I invite you to make your own little list. Ask yourself today, I want you to do this before you go to bed tonight. Ask yourself today, are there any unfinished commitments that I haven't had full integrity with? Are there commitments that I need to keep and I haven't kept? And do I owe anyone an apology or a cleanup? And write those down. And you know what? Sometimes it is with God. If he has been like nagging you about doing a certain thing and you've just been ignoring that little inspiration, write that one down too. And then I want you to today take care of the very first one. Even if it's just something small, take care of it. You'll feel so much better. You'll go from this to this. It'll feel amazing. And then I want you to pay attention to how you feel. Pay attention to what it does to your confidence, your energy, your motivation, the trust you feel in yourself, and the trust you notice others feeling in you. Because you know what? Integrity matters.